Let's talk about cozy games that are not farming sims for once. I am a farming sim girly, but sometimes I just want to play a game that is not farming sim related. The thing I love about farming sims is that it's very routine based, and for me, that really does scratch an itch that I have with maintaining routine in games. But sometimes I don't want to play a game that feels never ending, that the ending is nowhere near sight, and you're gonna have to put in tons of hours into, and rather play a game whose storyline is very straightforward, very interesting. Maybe switch it up and play management or a fighting style game. Maybe a game who has maybe only 20 or 30 hours worth of gameplay to it, and I know that there's an end coming up. So I wanted to put together a list of 15 cozy games that do not have any farming in them or only have a sprinkle, and that's not even the focus of them. So let's get right into the first game, which is Eastward. Eastward is one of my favorite games, probably within my top 5 games of all time. I love the mixture of RPG and a fantastic story. I enjoy games where you have some combat. Probably my favorite thing about farming sims are the vines. So Eastward has you playing as Sam and John as you make your way through a collapsing society, discover mystical powers, and fight monsters with a frying pan while also delving into some cooking. Sam is really the star of this game, and the more you get into the storyline, the more you fall in love with the quirky characters. If you want a gentle, atmospheric, low-stakes game, then the next game I will suggest is Europa. This game is probably one of the most beautiful ones that I have ever played, and I do have a review video on my channel if you want a more in-depth analysis of the game. Europa has stunning colors, creatures, landscapes, and beautiful music. This game is more an experience as you venture into different biomes and uncover the truth behind what happened with humanity. There is amazing storytelling through the voice acting of your character's father as you find more pages of his journal, and also get to sketch all the creatures you encounter along the way. For anyone that enjoys quest fetch style games like I do, then I will recommend Mealtime. And Mealtime is the epitome of cottagecore and cozy games. Mealtime is filled with mushrooms, fall-inspired outfits and colors, and a beautiful environment. You play as a male scout whose mission is to deliver letters, and the ultimate letter to Greg. On your journey to find Greg, you meet other characters that have some side quests and stories of their own. You help out and do their deliveries as well. Aside from just delivering mail, you learn about each character, have hysterical conversations, and learn a very important lesson at the end. While still on the topic about mushrooms and a little bit of adventure, let's talk about a game that I was so excited about when it released and immediately purchased it, and that is Smushi Come Home. In this game, you play as Smushi, a little mushroom that was basically kidnapped and dropped on another part of the map by a bird. Smushi has never been to these areas, so you make your way back to your friends while also meeting whimsical characters, completing some quests, finding adorable hats, and even learn about different mushrooms. This game was the first one that I ever finished on my Switch when I got it, and this game is Garden Story. And I never wanted this game to end. In Garden Story, you play as a little fighting grape, helping rid the grove of the rot that has developed and causing havoc. You meet other quirky fruits and vegetables. You can even unlock little accessories to make your grape look epic in this charming RPG with great dialogue and enjoyable combat. If you like a little bit of sandbox, open world survival and crafting, then you need to check out Corekeeper. I also have a review video for Corekeeper on my channel if you want a more in-depth look into the game. And to me, Corekeeper is the best played with friends. In this amazing game, you experience a bit of mining, base building, fighting, crafting, and little doses of farming as you try to discover the mystery of the ancient core. The great part about Corekeeper is that you can design the map according how you want to, because as you chisel through the different biomes, you can basically design routes on your map. So no gameplay is ever going to look the same between you and maybe your friends. The next game is probably the most satisfying cleaning game on this list, and that is Loddlenaut. Loddlenaut is an adorable cleaning game where you play as a little interstellar custodian, cleaning up pollution and revitalizing an ocean planet for axolotl-like creatures to inhabit once again. This game is so soothing and scratches that cleaning itch. The graphics are vibrant and the underwater planet is so much fun to swim through. Also, who doesn't love cute little axolotls that follow you around, grow, and play? Now, normally management style games stress me out, but Bear and Breakfast is probably one of my favorites in this genre. I am a huge proponent of Bear and Breakfast since it has some of the funniest dialogue in any game and quirky characters that add to that unique humor. I think the management of the different motels is not stressful or penalizing. Instead, I found it enjoyable to unlock more furniture and accessories to decorate each motel with a theme. Now, out of all of the games on this list, the most satisfying one, in my opinion, is Unpacking, because I love organization style games. It was also the first game I ever played when I started streaming, so it holds a very special place in my heart. Not only do you organize your new homes at different stages of your life as you unpack different rooms, but you also learn an underlying story of change and growth. I didn't even notice at first until I got toward the end and noticed changes in colors and the ability to place certain items in certain locations. The story overall lets you organize items wherever in a particular room, but as you progress, certain items can only be placed in certain places for a reason. It has a meaningful story and the organization is so satisfying. I recently played this next game, so it is fresh in my mind, and that is Arietta of Spirits. I always try to make it a goal of completing one big game a month and then maybe one or two smaller ones to get through my backlog. So Arietta of Spirits was the first one that I wanted to pick to start off this year. I chose Arietta of Spirits because it gave me a mixture of Eastward and classic Zelda vibes. You play as Arietta, whose family moves into her grandmother's cabin after a year of her passing. You venture off into the woods and uncover spirits, fight creatures called roamers, and learn the history of the mines and the people that lived there. In the realm of management style games, let's talk about one of my absolute favorites, and that is Good Pizza, Great Pizza. If you are a lover of restaurant style management games that aren't too taxing on time and stress, then I really do recommend this one. In Good Pizza, Great Pizza, you run your own pizza restaurant on the same block as your rival and make pizza for quirky customers. You unlock more ingredients, decorate the shop, advance the main storyline, and enjoy seasonal events. It is possibly one of the most enjoyable restaurant management games I have ever played, tied in with the amazing storybook-style graphics and entertaining customers. And the last management-style game on this list is Minami Lane, and this game is a very short and sweet street management style game. In Minami Lane, you will have different prompts to follow and cater the street to meet certain requirements to advance. It is a very low stakes and adorable game. You might have to manage youths and create a ramen shop with certain ingredients, while also managing elderly residents that might want a bookshop that holds certain genres of books. It is super stress-free and a great short game. For lovers of top-down puzzle adventure style games, I want to recommend OneShot. The gameplay for this one is really interesting if you play it on computer, which it can be played on PC or Mac, and I do highly recommend it on that. In OneShot, your mission is to guide Nico through a mysterious world on a mission to restore its long-dead son. The world knows you exist, and that's what makes the gameplay different and the reason why playing on a computer makes the experience so much more enjoyable. Up next, we have Littlewood, which I think is such an underrated, cozy game, and one that I actually really enjoy playing on my Mac. In Littlewood, the world has already been saved, and the town thanks you for it. So it's your job to rebuild it, learn fun new hobbies, create lasting friendships with NPCs, and enjoy some light RPG type elements in this beautiful pixel art game. And the last game on this list is a little fun platformer adventure game, and that is Little Kitty Big City. And Little Kitty Big City has been compared to Untitled Goose Game in the sense that you can cause a little bit of mayhem as an animal. In Little Kitty Big City, you play as an adorable kitty that has fallen out of their apartment's windowsill during nap time straight into a big city. You venture into the city, maybe cause some mayhem to the people by pushing over flower pots or making messes, meet a cast of characters, complete some side quests, collect hats, and ultimately make your way back up to your home. And that is my list. As I was going through the games, I realized that I don't just play farming sims, even though they are my favorite, but I do actually enjoy RPGs. I love games with a little bit of management, nothing over the top, games that have beautiful atmospheric feels to them, games that just have such beautiful stories to them. Cozy games are not just farming sims. They are a plethora of genres out there that are cozy, so find one that fits you. Let me know which game out of this list you've played or are interested in, or maybe a non-farming sim game that you recommend for me to check out. If this video helped you out, please consider giving it a like. If you are interested in more cozy and gaming content, make sure to subscribe. And from one bichota to another, stay cozy and see you next time. Adios!